Hello, everybody. I need another arm. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's doing all right today. Whew. Trying to collect thoughts, trying to collect things, trying to figure out what we're going to work on. We're here. Happy Monday. I hope that you had a wonderful time off if you work. I hope that you were able to do something that you enjoy for yourself. That's the most important thing. Happy Monday, Jeannie and Carol. Woo! It is Monday. So we're here tonight to play with some things. I have an older set laying over there that I will grab, and then a new one, and that's not available until tomorrow. But also, I need to let you know about bonus days. And let me pull it up so I can see what it says, so I tell you exactly right. I don't want any confusion, so hold on a second. So bonus days means that from January 6th until February 2nd, every time you spend $50 in the US or 60 in Canada, you earn $5. In the US, it's $5. In Canada, it's $6 coupon. That coupon code will be emailed to you. So keep those, save them. And then you can use them all at one time, or you can divide them up, but you have to use them between February 3rd and February 28th. So don't forget that every time you purchase something too, you still earn your Stampin' rewards. So that's even more bang for your buck. And there's no limit to how many coupons you can earn, but you need to make sure that you use them all between February 3rd and February 28th. And woohoo, know that January, I think it's the 26th, is my 7-year Stampiversary. So I'm going to do something special for that too. So we're going to play with the number 7, and we'll see what I come up with before that day. So, let's make sure I share all of the information. You can earn multiple codes from each order, so it's not limited to $50 here, $50 there. You can stack them up. Also know that our product of the month shows up tomorrow too. I will tell you, I saw it today. It's cool. I don't have it yet because I can't get it, same as you. Not until tomorrow. But it's cool. Every order qualifies for the promotion. When you use your coupon codes in February, that will reduce the number of like when you use a coupon code, what I'm trying to say is that you won't earn Stampin' rewards on that. So you only earn rewards on the amount that you pay. So if you have a $75 order and you're using a $5 code, you're only earning rewards on the $70. Hope that helps. You cannot use it on starter kit, and you can't use it on exchanges. You can use the codes for month-to-month paper pumpkin subscriptions and a new prepaid subscription. I will email all of the information right after the meeting or before I go to bed. All right. I think that's got it. Hello, Kim. I just flipped back so I could see who's watching tonight. All right. Let me share the camera and I'm going to show you a few things and then we're going to play. All right. Yes. All right. Here. All right. Yeah, 7 years this time with Stampin' Up. I am enjoying every minute of it. All right, share my camera, the downward facing one. Oh, wrong way. 1 minute. 1 minute. Share, not replace. Advanced. Second camera. No. Hang on. Why is it not finding that? Okay. You're just going to see my full desk. Desk. Such fun. Wait a minute. Why? Wrong button. I'll figure it out later. Okay, here. This is one of the new set, the new packaging. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to watch the captions. This is one of the cases, so you can see that it is a tad bit bigger and quite a bit taller. These cases have an image inside, so you can kind of lay your stamps over there and say, oh, yep, got them all. This one does not. So, let me switch cameras. I've seen many different ways that people are using or saving or doing things with their packaging. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to try. I've not done it yet, but we're going to try and then we'll see how I like it. I know that you can store more on your shelf than you can with the cases. So we'll see. All right, other camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel off the flimsier of the two, lay it to the side. You can see it. I'm going to rub that with my fingers to get some of that silicone that helps it release from the mold off of it. Make sure I get it on all of them. All right, our package is 5. I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4 by 8 1/2. There. It definitely will fit in the envelope. So now what I'm going to do is get my black ink or my secret C, whatever's closer. That's not a navy. That is not it. I'm going to use my black. My friend Melissa Winko shared this tip with us to order the white craft ink. It comes with an uninked pad, and use your memento refill and fill it up, and then you've got you a nice size black ink pad. So I'm going to stamp that on all of my images right here. They're still attached to the harder of the two plastic sheets. And it looks like I'm pressing down a little bit. So let's grab our little wet rag, wipe that off so we don't smear it somewhere else. Then, because I know I'm going to drop this in my case this direction, I'm going to do it about right there. I'm going to give it a good rub on all of these images. If you have a Stamparatus, some of you might have one of those little air puck things. This little guy. So I'm just going to give a good even pressure all the way around on my stamp set. And a bunch of card for a party. Cool. All right. Even pressure. Lift it up. And now I know what stamp sets belong with this stamp. It does have it on the front, but it's not lined up the same way. And you can see that now. So now I'm going to slide. I've been pushing that down inside. So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to tuck that back in. Some people say they're afraid their stamps are going to fall out, but I store mine on their end. Now I know that this stamp set, when I clean it off, I mean, these little guys, that's the fun, icky part. Or not so fun, icky part. This one's a little more pliable. You all, I'm also doing a challenge with my weight loss stuff. And our gym that I've been going to 3 times a week, haven't been there in 2 weeks. Oopsie. Issued a challenge yesterday to drink a gallon of water. Yes, I know that some people say that a gallon of water can be excessive. However, I've been drinking quite a bit of water, so I just increased it today. I'm trying not to do any sodas, and I have been successful with no sodas since the Monday before Thanksgiving. All right, let's dry that off. So, all that to say, it's been a challenge today. And put this back on, doesn't really matter where it goes. Looks like, what's that say? To a great guy. Okay. And then when I slide it back in my case or lay it on the back of my case, it's like, yep, I've got all my stamps that belong with that set. So I'm going to try this for a little while. I know a lot of people have been stamping on the inside of, yeah, like they'll pull the whole little sleeve out because when it comes to you, this is inside here. So they just been pulling the whole thing in and out. Well, that frustrates me. And so they stamped on that. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to look through the case and see it. So I'm going to put these back in. I'm going to tuck this so that it kind of protects the top of that paper, the cardstock and that paper. So now when I slide it in there, I can see I got all my stamps. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Yes, a gallon is excessive. Not there yet. I am at about half. Plus a cup or two of coffee. So now I know that I've got all my stamps on that belong with this set without saying, oh, yep, got that one, got that one. I can just look at it at a glance like I always do with my other ones. So how about we make a card with this suite? It has this stamp set, obviously. Let me show you some of the designer series paper that are with it. Can't show you the inside of the card or the catalog yet, but hopefully you've gotten your catalog. We're going to play with it all. Those two go together. All right. This one is, like I have told you before, you can look on the back to see what your coordinating cardstock is. So balmy blue, blueberry bushel, cloud cover, crumb cake, garden green, lost lagoon, mossy meadow, night of navy, old olive, pecan pie, pretty peacock, and secret sea. Is that backwards? No, good. Whew. So there's our pecan pie. It's got a lighter background grid. There you can see the grid. Look at this pretty peacock piece. I didn't see that with my other one or the other sample I've made. Garden green, mossy meadow on that one. Actually, I think that's old olive and mossy meadow. That's gorgeous. We might play with that one. Put it Night of Navy and Secret Sea. Ooh, some little round swirls. That's Secret Sea. That looks like it's been distressed. And then variegated as it comes down the page. These two, front, back. I have played with this piece. And I love the back pattern on that one. All right, so let's play with this one. And this one. Lay you guys over here. Oh, it also has, hang on, some specialty paper in that one. It's called Natural Hues Textured Specialty Paper. You get 3 sheets, 3 different colors or shades. 1, 2, and 3. Can you see the texture on those? Isn't that cool? All right, I think we're gonna play with that one. And these 2 pieces right here, let's get a piece of Pretty Peacock. Please tell me I got a Hulk. Did I bring it over? I didn't, but I do have. Thanks, guys. Feel like I brought the whole rack of cardstock over, but I didn't. Let's open up some pecan pie and we'll just play with pecan pie and we'll use that as an accent. There. For this one at 4 1/4. We're going to park the dark at the top because that's our cutting blade. Score it at 4 1/4. Cut it at 5 1/2, and now we have 2 card bases. I always start it down here at the bottom and push towards the top because that's all lined up against that flat straight edge. An easy way that another friend has shown, if you're afraid of getting a little bit of an overbite, line your card up over here, push it up towards the top. Even after you score it, sometimes it wants to slip, and that will help you get a good straight edge. All right, there's our card base. Let's have some fun. I'm gonna do looking at comments. All right, we're good. I'm gonna cut a 2-inch. Nope. Let's go 4. And now let's go. I don't want the whole thing, so let's do 2 inches. So it's got some writing on the bottom. We're just using our card stock as our designer series paper. All right. Actually, yep. And we're going to cut this one also at 4. By 3 1/4. So it'll line up right like that. Ooh, okay. All right. I see where I'm going. I'm going to cut a little bit of this textured one off. We're going to stamp on it. We're going to see what happens. So I know that I want this big. So that big floral piece is about, we're going to go 3 1/4. Wow. Bless you. Sorry. Yes, I was talking to myself. 3 1/4. Ooh, that doesn't. That feels funny when you cut it. It is definitely textured. And then it needs to be about We're just going to cut 4 1/4. And let's use Pretty Peacock if it's over here. And of course it's not. So we're going to go with Early Espresso because it's darker. I always toss my, ooh, I didn't cut it big enough, wide enough. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. What was I thinking? Big block. Almost need the bigger block. And with that, I'll be right back. One moment, one moment. Sorry, y'all. This no gallbladder thing is no joke. All right. We're going to use Early Espresso. We're going to stamp on this, and that's got dies. We get them. So we're going to cut that out, and I believe it'll go through the mini. All right. It looks like it might be advisable after you stamp your page to go in the back of your case. to stamp off on some other paper so you don't ruin a project. So learn from me and stamp off on something. This is a big whopper stamp. All right. Nice. My friend would say, you need to be saying the name is wonderful. Oh, we're going to stamp on the back. Let's lay it over. Stamp this way. Okay. And I don't have a paper piercing mat over here. But that's going to give it some texture anyway. So, because that paper is textured, it's not going to be exact. I'll flip it over. Give her a good little rub. Nice. It still gives it a little texture. Okay. Lay you to the side so we don't get ink on something else. Look at all these dies that are with that. They do not come like that. They come on the sheet just like they always did in this size envelope. I bought this magnetic sheet from Stampin' Storage. So that is going to go right like that. And I'm going to use some wall safe tape because I don't have my Post-it tape over here. That's like, what tape am I trying to think of? Believe it'll go through this one. We shall see. Yes, it will. Yay! It doesn't soak into that paper very well. You're going to wind up with inky fingers if you do what I just did. That's okay. Grab it. Chamois and get some of that off. Because it's textured, I'm going to make it go through it and then come back. All right. Well, tape off of there. It does stick to that, so I'm glad it didn't stick to my image. Cycle. That's pretty. And it all came out of the die. All right, now let's cut. I like that image. All right, hang on. Let me grab a piece of gold. To be honest, I'm not sure if this gold is still current. It is brushed. It says brushed silver and gold foil. I have it. I'm using it. I'm sure you've all got some in your stash of some pretty color that you like. So that piece is, we're going to say it needs to be 4 1/4 by 3 1/2. 4 1/4, 3 1/2. I don't know what got me into playing with the golds or the metallic colors recently, but um, I'm digging it because it's not a stamped image. You can just lay it on there, scoot her down so she all gets on. Yep, there we go. And that makes me want to grab a piece of very vanilla for our sentiment. Need to probably move my videoing closer if I don't have my projects planned so I can just grab colors. I'm out of there, pretty. There you go. Can you still use part of that for something else? There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, and the sorry. It's trying to grab. Oh, we're not going to use but these little guys. Okay, let's put our card together. Put some adhesive on the back of this. If you're still hanging with me, thank you for your patience with me. It's one of those things. I'll try to edit the video so that it won't have that big gap in it. And then this is the great thing about the glass mats. If you don't have one, you should get one. You earn reward. Now let's get some baby dimensionals. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this guy on flat and then pop that up. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Glue. And of course, it's on the other desk. Yes, it looks like I like teals and blues and ooh, that's a lot. I'm pretty neutral with my color choices, I think sometimes. I like the neutrals a lot. Thank you, Dad. But I also like pops of color. I love Pretty Peacock. That is one of my favorites. But if you have been around Stampin' Up! Long enough, you know a long time ago they had one that's called Tempting Turquoise. That was my all-time favorite. Pretty. All right, stick some of these babies on the back. What if you're watching live or the recording, what is your current or former, I'm just going to say, what is your favorite Stampin' Up! Color ever? I know Carol's is Lemon Lime Twist. That's the name of it, Lemon Lime Twist. Um, Jeannie, I think's is Blushing Bride. Who else is watching? Kim, I don't know what your favorite one is. I'm going to give these guys a little smash so that the backs come off of them easier. And if anybody else is watching, share what your favorite Stampin' Up! Color is. Still on. Oh, and it just fills in right there. So pretty. All right, now let's stamp a sentiment. I think I'm going to do to a great guy. And I almost turned it over to pop it out. It's not in there, Brenda. It's right here. On that. Gonna stick with our same ink theme. Oh, petal pink. Petal pink, not blush and bride. All right. Yep. Tahitian Tide, Becky's. Ooh, I like that one too. That one was pretty close to Tempting Turquoise. So when it was in, it was the one I used a lot. Isn't that cute? All right. It's already turned over. Let's put some dimensionals on it. A little one tip over here. Yes. It needs a little trim. Yeah. How about that? Haven't played with these fling that come with this suite yet. Here we go. They're flat, so they would go through the mail pretty well. They are a little heavy, but I like them. So let's pop one of these hexagons off. Come on. The tip of the take your pick tool doesn't like them very much, unless I don't have enough putty coming out. That could be it. Stick one up here. They are faux bronze pentagons. So I'm mixing some metals, some bronze and some gold. How about that? What do you think? Like that card? And then, of course, you put a piece of basic white on the inside so that you can write on it. There we go. And since I've kept you long enough tonight, I think we'll end with this card. I'll make some more samples with this suite and show you. Let me know if you try this and what you think about it. I think I'm going to like it like that. Um, we'll see. Jury is out, but I like it better than not having anything back there. And then that way, when I clean my stamps and put them back in, I'll know where they're at. So, all right. How about that? Thank you, Becky. Change cameras. Thank you for watching tonight, and I hope that you enjoyed this card. And remember, bonus days. It starts with a $50 order here in the US. And for every $50 you spend, you earn a $5 code that you can use next month. So there's one of my favorite cards. Oh, let me show you the other one I've made with this suite. That way you get to see two cards tonight. I used Pretty Peacock. See a theme here? And the lighter of the two and the back of the one. And again, I used gold. I used, that's a different stamp set. Whoopsie. But that's okay. And then pull it out and it flips open. So you can write your sentiment. I'm showing you guys, and it's not on camera. Oh, Lordy mercy. All right, let me show you the card. He changed cameras again so you can get the full effect. All right, here's the card using Pretty Peacock, the lighter shade instead of that one down there. I used a different stamp set so I could demonstrate more than one. So you pull it out. You got that. Keep going a little bit. And it flips up and you can write your message on the inside. How about them apples? It's super easy. All right. I'll leave you with those two cards tonight. I may show you how to do that one later. What do you think about that? Like, she needs some help. So anyway, I'll show you how to do the pull flip card on another video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tolerating my silly goofiness. And I'll see you again soon. Have a great week. Do something fun for yourself and enjoy shopping. Get that list ready and get it